audience a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready.
Mike's 50.
Hey, exit. Put up.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Stop your whining.
Go.
50. Mike's 50.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Smooth. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go. Let's go.
A 28-yard gain. First down.
Ready? 8, read.
Check 55. Mike. Second turn.
Look. Squeeze.
Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Joker.
Hard.
Watch the twist.
Put up.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
On the set.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Mike 49. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Be careful.
Jones throwing on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Sam off.
Check.
Two draw Corker.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
Two.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check tight.
There you go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get it.
2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Check, A2, check.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, set. Hey, Charlie.
50's the money. 50's the money. Let's go, D.
Now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Jet bomber. Rock it. Go.
36. Slam. Shit.
Under 10. 10. Bam. Hit.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
90 Wolf.
Go.
Go.
955. Hey, eat.
6-6. Pull it high.
Shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hey, lock it. 5.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jones now, back to the air on second down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Jones, throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Here we go. 30 base.
59. Here we go, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Haywood.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 44 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
15-1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Ready?
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check right. Check 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time, and now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing Jones. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense. Get that.
Now Jones. Got his man on the comebacker. That's Lawson. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
60 or. Hey, box truck.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there of 22.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Turkey's the mark. Turkey's the mark. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Look at me. Go, Mike.
Back to throw now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Down. 50. Plant.
49. Mike's 49. Let's go one more.
Let's go.
Jones now on first down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
70. Indy.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Get it.
To throw again. Jones under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Chargers.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Now.
Back to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check. Pilot, 64, read. Right.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, let's get this.
80 weapon. Ready.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
You draw Horford. Hey, Sam on. Go.
Williams. Williams loses the football, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mason Foster coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Smooth. Look at me. Zipper.
55. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check line.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, L.A. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Leo!
Once more, here's Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, lock it.
You got tight.
Go.
Hey, alert 3. Check 52.
Be driven.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll have a first down inside the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike's 50. In your face. Check 43.
Look at me. Score. Hey, Sam off.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Watch the whip.
You're out.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll drop the throw. He finds his target, Fuller. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Will Fuller, 76 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A throw over the middle, taken in. There goes Sterling Shepard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Sterling Shepard, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They started on the ground with Eckler. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Ready up.
Mark 50, Mark 50. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Turn left. 3 down. Rush in.
Now.
Rush in. Check 26, check 26.
Shoot.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Hey, Haywood. Ready.
On 2nd down. It's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Pull together. 955, 955. Hey, eat. Hey, time.
Get it.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Come on, set. 30 base.
49.
61, matchbox, left out.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
218, chop it. And shoot.
Here's Jones to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And an alley to run. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll go again with Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. That's Allison. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going with Lindsey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now it's Lindsey, and an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. On 1st down, Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
Let's go. 50, plant.
55. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Defense.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
30 base. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Flipper.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 6. It's hauled in by Shepard. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Got it.
Mike Spoke. Come on. You better bring it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. It's a quarterback sneak. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader...
Ready, ready.
55. We go. Check.
Get it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle was made by Joel Iyebuniwe. So we've hit half. And okay.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Right up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now again, right side, Hayden. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shoot!
They'll run on first down. Hayden. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll get 34 yards there.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown.
On the double.
57, check.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a giant jumped early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 2nd and 15. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we don't.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Let's go, Hattie.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Come. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw here. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Vikings going to use their
30 base. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my